He says, Pirkei Avot, Haveratzta mitzvah kalaka b'hamura. Run to any mitzvah, even the smallest mitzvah, like it's the greatest mitzvah. Why? She'en ata yodea matan scharan shel mitzvot. Al achat kama v'kama mitzvah rabba kazu. You do not know how great a mitzvah is. You don't know the reward of that mitzvah. And I'm going to tell you something phenomenal. That Rabbi came to my house yesterday. He shared with his hidush. Very, very, very awesome hidush. And he said, look, we know that Avraham Avinu wasn't feeling well. Third day, he wasn't feeling well. The sun was out. Third day from his Brit Milah, the sun was out like the ray of light, spearing very, very hot. And Avraham Avinu went out and he helped his guests. He gave them water. He gave them bread. He walked them out. Midrash says, because of all those three things, what do we have in the Midbar? 40 years. We had the man because he gave them bread. We have the water because he gave them water in the Midbar. And we have the clouds of glory, the Anei HaKavod, that Hashem escorted us himself in the Midbar because of Avraham Avinu. Now, imagine he would have lost out that one day. Imagine that day he said, I'm not in the mood today. Imagine that day, I'm not in the mood. I'm tired. He has a great excuse. I'm tired, he's sick, it's very hot outside. He says, I'm not doing it today. We would have lost all that in the Midbar. Do you realize that or no? You realize? That one day we would have lost everything. So the rabbi tells me, I don't understand. Tell me something. Avraham Avinu was doing it all the time. He was doing it all the time. He was giving people water all the time. He was giving people bread all the time. He was escorting people all the time. So why is this different than every other day? He said, because this is the day where he had the perfect excuse to let go and to say, I'm out. And he still did it. And he said, you know what, I'm not feeling good and I'm not in the mood and it's hot and it's this and it's that. I'm going to be in the mood and I'm so happy to do it. And he went ahead and he did it even though it was hard. And that's where it takes. That's the difference between this and that. One time they took a very big athlete and they asked him, so how many times you work out? He said, how many push-ups you do? How many sit-ups do you do? So he said, I don't know. So what do you mean you don't know? How don't you know? He said, because I'll tell you, I don't count my sit-ups or my push-ups until I start feeling the pain. Once I start feeling the pain, then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because a person pushes himself. You have to push yourself a little bit. Of course, you don't want to snap. But at the end of the day, you push. You're not feeling well, you're not in the mood, you have this, you have that. You have a seder, you have a thing to do, you have a regimen to do. Sometimes the person's tired, he's not in the mood, he's this, that. That's not an excuse. That's a person that has to say, I'm not in the mood, and I'm going to do it anyway. I told you Rabbi Aron Kotler, famous Rabbi Aron Kotler, amazing Rabbi Aron Kotler, Zecher Tzadik Livracha, Rosh Hashiva of Lakewood, the one who started the whole Lakewood. Famous story goes how a guy, he goes and he's sitting and learning, and Rabbi Aron's always learning, he didn't stop learning. This boy wasn't learning. So the Rosh Hashiva goes to the boy and says, what's going on? So he tells him, the boy tells him, I'm not in the mood. I don't have a desire to sit down and crack the Gemara, And the rabbi looks at him, I'm so jealous of you. So jealous of you. He says, why? He says, because I never had the opportunity where I didn't have the desire to learn and I learned anyway. I never did. I always had a desire to learn. My whole life I always wanted to learn. I never had that feeling where I wasn't in the mood to learn and then I would learn anyway. You have the ability where you say to yourself, I'm not in the mood to do something and I'm going to do it anyway. I wish I had that experience. You have it, do it for Hashem.